2023 has been a phenomenal year for Western STEM Academy. We are so proud of our achievements, and today I want to share with you some of the things that we have accomplished. But before I go into some of our accomplishments, hi, my name is Felisa Ricketts Graham, and I'm the founder, managing director of Western STEM Academy. Now, Western STEM Academy is an international online and face-to-face school that I started back in 2020 when COVID actually came. Now, what happened was that we were in the middle of the pandemic. A lot of schools were out, and there were so many students who they didn't have access to quality education. I've wanted to start a school for a very long time, but I didn't think it was possible any at all because, of course, I was just 23 years old at the time. I didn't have access to capital. I didn't have much. I was just a teacher teaching in my 9 to 5, and I relied on that was my only source of income. Now, in the COVID era, in the pandemic, I realized that there was a high demand for quality education. I was a science teacher. I'm a teacher of chemistry, physics, biology, and I also teach mathematics. So I started offering online classes, and that led to summer school, which eventually led to full-time school, and that's what we've been doing ever since. Now, fast forward to 3 years later, 3 years of Western STEM Academy, there's so many things that we've been able to achieve. We have been able to impact our students in a marvelous way. Since the past 3 years, we've helped over 10,000 students to get good academic results. Now, what we do, what makes Western STEM Academy different, is our full-time hands-on experience in terms of incorporating STEM in every lesson. So we're a STEM-based school. We're all about pushing forth science, technology, engineering, mathematics, because we believe that this is the future. We have to start ensuring that our students are STEM ready or STEAM ready, because this is where the world is going. If our children are not equipped with science, technology, engineering, and of course the arts and mathematics, then they will be left behind, and we do not want our children to be left behind. So we are ensuring that students have access. Students know about technology, they know about all the scientific developments. Our students are innovators. So this is what we have been doing. Now, since doing that, our classrooms are way different because we're fully focused on this STEM-based model of learning, and we're also focused on financial literacy. Financial literacy is another big thing in today's day and age, where a lot of adults, they're not financially literate. They do not have good money management principles, right? A lot of persons, they don't understand how is it that money works. They don't understand anything about savings, about investment. We were just tossed into the world, a lot of us adults. So what we're doing is we're equipping our students to be financially literate from as early as K1. Now, our school has several departments. We have our K1 or kindergarten section, K1 to K3. We have our prep school section, grades 1 to 6. We also have our high school section, grades 7 to 11. Our preparatory school academy and our preparatory school academy and our high school academy, they are both online and face-to-face. That is right. There is nothing like this in the Caribbean. Our school has a face-to-face location and an online campus that is accessible from anywhere in the world. This school, this academy, we are catering to students from 3 years old all the way up to 18 years old. So we're ensuring that students at all educational levels, they are equipped with quality STEM-based learning. They're also equipped with financial literacy, in terms of preparing them for the world that currently exists. We're all about modernizing education because there is a revolution currently happening in education. Education technology is the future, and if our children are not equipped, then they're going to be stuck and our world will not be in a bright place, right? Now, for a third world or developing country such as Jamaica, there is so much that we need to do where STEM education is concerned. There is so much that is happening right now with artificial intelligence, with robotics, and I want our students to be at the helm of this discussion. So that is why we do what we're doing at Western STEM Academy. Now we're seeing great results. Our students, they have an aptitude, they have that drive. They want to be successful. They want to become world leaders. They want to become innovators. They want to become their own scientists. They want to become engineers. They want to impact change. They want to impact the world in a positive way. And that is what we want. That is what we're all about. So no longer will students just be using a laptop, using a phone, but they will know how is it that I can make my own phone, make my own laptops, and how is it that they can make their own technological devices to advance our world. There's so many problems that we have in our society, and these students, we want them to become problem solvers, critical thinkers, world leaders, and of course life changers. So we're all about lifelong learning. Now this is what we've been doing at Western STEM Academy, and this year 2023, well, as a matter of fact, from 2022 we had some major achievements. In 2022 we opened our physical location. We started as an online school with only 14 students, right? But we didn't allow that to stop us. We had $0, 14 students, and a big vision, right? Our teachers, they literally volunteered their time. Our teachers who started with us, we didn't have any money to pay them as much. We were just literally giving them a stipend to be a part of our team, to give our students quality education, and we had top-notch teachers. Our parents and our students were enjoying the learning process, and we were seeing amazing results, right? And eventually we started growing, and we've been bootstrapping because we've not had any major sponsors up to now. But the impact that we've had on our students' educational development, it is so amazing. So of course I'm going to put it there that if you are a sponsor, if you are an investor out there, and you believe in our children, if you believe that the children are the future, then invest in education. When you invest in education, you're not just investing now, you're investing for an entire generation. The returns on your investment, it's going to be so amazing, because education technology, that is the future. So join us, of course, if you want to become a partner, if you want to become a sponsor. Send us an email at westernstemacademy2020@gmail.com. Now 2022 we started our physical location in Falmouth, Trelawney. Now I'm from Falmouth. Well, I'm from Trelawney, very rural part of Trelawney. I grew up in a place called First Hill District in Jacksontown, Trelawney, right? Very rural community, right? Trelawney is seen as one of those developing parishes in Jamaica. It's in the west side. It's one of those rural parishes too, but we're getting there. Parts of Trelawney is developing, especially like the Falmouth area. You know, there are a lot of hotels building, a lot of housing schemes building, which is great for a parish. And even though I'm happy that Falmouth is developing, I want other parts of Trelawney to develop just as much, right? So because I am a girl of the soil and I believe in giving back to my community, giving back to my country, I decided that the first physical location for Western STEM Academy is going to be in Trelawney. I get calls every day. Come to Kingston, come to Montego Bay, come to Manchester. We are coming. I promise you, we're coming. Our aim is to have different branches right across Jamaica, because what we're doing, it's not just for one parish, it's not just for Jamaica, it's for the world. So you're going to see Western STEM Academy in different parishes, in different countries in the Caribbean, in different countries in the world. We want to expand Western STEM Academy to the USA. We've had students from the USA before, but we want to have a physical location in USA, in Canada, because what we're doing in STEM education, it is life-changing. We are leading in terms of one of the leading international STEM-based institutions right now. So we're going to be expanding, I promise you, but we cannot do it alone. We need your help. We need your support. We've been bootstrapping. Our only source of funding is from the tuition of our parents. and we don't charge our parents a lot. Literally, we are charging our parents less than $1,000 literally to actually give them quality education. They're getting the best education at one of the most reasonable preparatory school levels in terms of private school. We're one of the most affordable private school that's giving one of the best levels or one of the best quality education possible, right? So we're inviting you to partner with us. We still want to build out our science lab, our IT labs. We want laptops, we want tablets, we want different laboratory equipment, different chemicals for labs. We want so many things. Right now, our physical location, whilst we're happy for it, it's a rented space. Our aim is to have our own space so that we can have outside play area, we can build a field. Right now we don't have any outdoor area. Our students are inside. They're doing great things inside, but we understand that outdoor activities, they're also a major part of children's development. Whenever we want a physical location or an outdoor location, we have to rent, and we have to pay as much as $20,000-$50,000 for a few hours to get access to some outdoor activities. So we are expanding, and we want to have our own location. We want to have our own state-of-the-art science and technology laboratory. We want to have a science and technology museum. No, that's actually what I plan to talk about. No, in the past, a few weeks ago, I spent 6 weeks in the USA because Western STEM Academy was selected to be a Young Leaders of the Americas Initiative Fellow. I was selected out of several thousands of applications. There were persons in the USA from over 37 countries. Over 200 entrepreneurs joined the Young Leaders of the Americas Initiative in 2023. This program was started by the Honorable Barack Obama back in, when he was President Barack Obama back in 2015. When he was president, this program started. It was his initiative, to help entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs in Latin America, in the Caribbean, and in Canada. So there were over 200 entrepreneurs coming together from the Caribbean, right, from Latin America, from Canada, coming together to actually grow, expand their businesses, learn about entrepreneurship, learn about how business is done in the USA. This was such a life-changing program. Now we're alumni of that program. We're grateful to be a part of that program. We learned so much. The networking opportunities were great, meeting the other fellows and just being a part of their experience and experiencing their drive and their passion. There were so many entrepreneurs, so many different business ideas, so many persons changing lives in their own countries, and that was just an amazing experience for us. It motivated us. It showed us that there are persons across the world doing what we're doing, and even though it's difficult sometimes, we have to keep going. So that was a life-changing experience. In that we had the opportunity to partner with a US-based organization. So we were partnering with a tech company in the USA. We learned some things, and we will be expanding. We will be collaborating with other persons in the USA too. We were placed in Boston, so we were in Boston. Well, we actually landed in Houston, then we went to Boston, then we left from Boston and went to Washington, D.C. for our closing ceremony, and that was amazing. We also had a pitch competition. And that was exceptional. We submitted our pitch, and out of all 200, over 240 entrepreneurs, our pitch, Western STEM Academy from Jamaica, our pitch was selected to be one of the top 20 pitches. And that was just a mind-blowing, that was just an amazing experience to know that, coming from humble beginnings. Like for me, I started Western STEM Academy when I saw that there was a need, but I was also going through my personal struggles. I just lost my teaching job, and it was hard for me, because I reflected on my journey and remember that I've always wanted to become a teacher, and I felt like something was being taken away from me at that moment, right? Because this is something that I've wanted wanted to do. I grew up in rural Jamaica, as I mentioned before. I grew up with my grandmother. My father died when I was just 7 years old. My mother had a mental illness, and I went through so much as a child. Went through depression, experienced suicidal thoughts, hopelessness, almost became a high school dropout, went to girls' home. By the time I was back with my grandmother, we had no electricity. Well, all along, we had no electricity in our house. We had no running water. We had no bathroom. We had to just bathe outside. We had to cook outside, or outside was our kitchen. We would just use the sticks to make the fire and put our pot on it and cook on it. And I would go to school. She wouldn't have any money to give me to go to school. We would come back home and nothing to eat. It was just a dark time, and I pressed on reading books and realized that, hey, there had to be a way out of this poverty. There had to be a way. And for me, education was my way out. My teachers saw me, they adopted me, they believed in me. I was always one of the top students in school, so education was just my only hope. So I decided that I wanted to be a teacher to pay it forward. I went to Teachers College with the help of kind sponsors when my story was published in the Jamaica Gleaner when I was 17 years old, to say 17-year-olds' faith in the face of adversity, right? And they spoke about my life in terms of the things that I've been through, and that I wasn't gonna be able to graduate from high school because I had fees owing. Nobody had paid any fees for me because my grandmother simply couldn't afford it, right? And a lot of persons came on board, and they just sponsored me. They gave me enough money that was able to cover all of the fees that I was owing in high school, and I could now graduate, right? Because you couldn't graduate if you had outstanding fees. So they covered all of that, and persons were still contributing. I was able to start college. Miss Lawson, Miss White, my teachers in high school, they literally adopted me, and they supported me, guided me, encouraged me, and got me into college. So I eventually enrolled in Church Teachers College, and CXC results came out from high school. I got A grade ones. For those who are not in the Caribbean or not in the CXC area, that's actually a Caribbean exam, and 8 distinctions would be as in you would get 8 distinctions in that area, which it was in different subject areas, the sciences. I wanted to become a math and science teacher so much, right? But by the time I reached first year of college, people were saying that you're so brilliant, why not become a doctor? And I'm like, huh? Right? Because I wasn't thinking about that, although everybody in my science classes wanted to become doctors, because that's what you do the sciences to become. When I was going to high school, that's what it was about. But I really wanted to become a teacher, science teacher, to pay it forward, just as how my teachers did it for me, or just to pay it back, right? So eventually I said, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Went to Teachers College, and I was so grateful for the opportunity. Mrs. Lawson was there now, supporting me, giving me almost everything that I needed. I wasn't lacking much. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it my all. So I decided that I wasn't gonna settle. I was gonna give it my best, and that's what I did when I was in college. Eventually, I was a part of the debating society. Went to California for the first time. I was traveling. That was back in 2017 or 2016, I never remember, right, to debate, and debated, became the debate society president, came back, became the Students' Council vice president in 3rd year, then 4th year became the Students' Council president, and graduated as one of the top students in my year group when I was graduating from college. Got several awards, and decided that yes, this is now my dream. I'm going to become a teacher, and started teaching at a few schools, and I felt empty, like something is missing, or something was missing at the time. So I kept searching for more. So I skipped schools. I work here, then I work here, and then I work here, and then I found a school. Everything wasn't there, but it was a private school, and it was different. And then Corona came, and then I was laid off from the job, and I'm like, whoa, right? So it was a hopeless time for me when I started Western STEM Academy, but I still had a big vision that this was gonna work. This was God's way of, impacting students, of allowing students to be outstanding. Like, I felt like I had the opportunity now to impact the lives of students, to be direct, to be hands-on, to allow them to have a safe space, to allow them to feel loved. And that is what we did with Western STEM Academy, and we have been achieving great results. Our students love school, they love interacting with our teachers, they love to be with us, they love the experience, the learning experience that they're getting. Our parents, they're happy, they love how students are being challenged, they love how we cater for students. We have students with special needs or students without special needs, and they're together in a learning environment, feeling cared for, feeling loved, feeling special, because that is what our children should feel. They should feel nothing less, because our children are special. Every child is special. Every child has a unique gift and a unique ability, right? Every child can learn, but they will learn differently. That's our motto. That's our principle at Western STEM Academy. We are dedicated to excellence for all of our students. Now, in addition to the Young Leaders of the Americas Initiative Fellowship, we were also awarded the Scotiabank Vision Achievers. We were placed in the top 25 of the Scotiabank Vision Achievers. Over 200 persons applied, 200 businesses applied. We were shortlisted to be in the top 40, and then we submitted one pitch, and our pitch, it was selected to be in the top 25, and that opportunity afforded us, the chance of being coached by Coach Marcia from Action Coach. 17 weeks coaching program where we're learning how we can expand Western STEM Academy. And I'm so grateful for that program, because I've learned so many things. In addition to that, there is a top prize, of course, of $7 million. We don't know how that part will go as yet, because up to the time of this recording, we're still in the learning mode. But let me tell you something, the lessons that we're getting, it feels more than the $7 million. So of course, $7 million is something to look forward to. It's a motivation, it's a push. But the knowledge, this knowledge feels like $100 million of knowledge that we're getting every time when we meet and we learn about the different parts of entrepreneurship. How is it that we can really cement our businesses? Because all of us started our businesses because we are passionate about it, but there's so many moving parts of entrepreneurship that sometimes we lack knowledge, and because of that we don't achieve the results that we really want. And especially, as I told you before, that we've never had an external sponsor. We have to be bootstrapping, so all the resources that we get, it's not a lot. So we're learning how is it that we can multiply our resources, how is it that we can increase our student base, because we do have space, and we're seeing the results. Our summer school program, it has been fully booked for our face-to-face summer school. So it's showing us that this program is working, and we're so grateful. So this has been a winning year for us at Western STEM Academy. We're grateful for the support of all the persons who pray for us, the persons who believe in us, the persons who are following our social media pages, the parents. Oh my gosh, we couldn't have had this school without you. The parents who see Western STEM Academy and you believe in our vision, you believe in our mission, and you entrust your children into our care. We couldn't have done this without you, and we promise you that we're going to work with your child. No matter where your child is at right now, your child is going to graduate as an excellent student. Our students who graduate, they're excellent students, and we're happy for them, right? We're so proud of them. We never leave our students' side. We want them to feel special. We want them to get the best education and to have the brightest future. So with all of that said, I want to say thank you so much for supporting Western STEM Academy. I want to say thank you so much. We're so grateful for you. This has been a great year for us. To our team members, we cannot do this without you. Our teachers, our administrative assistant, our janitorial staff, all the persons, of course, the financial coordinator, Mr. Graham. Oh my word, he's such a tower of strength. I'm so grateful for him. You know, my husband is very supportive. He's there every step of the way, and I'm so grateful for, you know, to have him being a part of this team as well, being a part of this vision, right? All our teachers, our supporters, my past teachers who taught me, you know, the value of education. I'm so grateful for you. The past principals who I've worked with, I've taken something from all of you. It doesn't matter what our encounter was like. I've literally learned so much from all of you. Like, there is a piece of you that is now in me, in terms of me just admiring your leadership styles. A lot of you, like, you were so different in terms of, I had this, then I had this, you know. But that's the beauty of life, where everybody has a different leadership style. My leadership style is so different. I don't even know where I get it from, right? But I am grateful, and I'm committed. My vision for Western STEM Academy over the next 5 to 10 years is growth and expansion and impact. Growth, expansion, and impact. We want to impact our students. We want to impact Jamaica. We want to impact the Caribbean. We want to impact the world. We want to create lifelong learners who are exceptional, who are powerful, because we believe that our students are powerful beyond measures. We're not allowing any student to be fearful. We want our students to be successful. So if you are a parent and you want your child to be successful, you know that Western STEM Academy is the school for you. If you are an investor, if you are a supporter, if you are looking to support and be a part of a winning team, a growing company, then you want to join us at Western STEM Academy, whether by staff, by volunteering, by becoming a mentor, by becoming an investor, becoming a stakeholder. We will be working with you. We want to work with you. We want you to help us, hold our hands, and be a part of what we have, because we're stronger together. We cannot do this without you. We need support. It takes a village. That's all I can say. It takes a village. It's not an easy task. It is tough. At the time of this recording, it's probably about 2 a.m. But I wanted to put it together to let you know that Western STEM Academy has been doing great things, even though we have limited resources, even though sometimes, you know, we are wondering how is it that we're gonna ensure that we maintain payroll and all of that, even though there are challenges, there are real challenges that we experience. But guess what? We're committed to growth. We're committed to expanding this mission, and we invite you to join us on this mission. Be a part of our team. Join us, will you?